We're winning this fight.
Look at that shot. Look at that shot. And that shot. Next, come on, motherfucker. Yeah, that's it, Pat. Oh. Fuck. Alright. Oh, the connection's laggy. Yes. I'm going to play Black Ops 2 after this. I'm going to try sniping in Black Ops 2 because, well... Oh my god.
Target my mark.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Out of the way.
That's what happened. Okay, yep. That's why I got owned. That's why I got owned. Didn't have any support. Oh! How easy was that fucking shot? Ah, fucking all of that. You're gonna love that. G'day gamers, what did you think of those clips? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare the other day. Pretty easy with speakeasy. It's not a bad gun when you get a good shot in. Gears of War 3 the other night. Yes, I get owned. And of course, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 last night as well, after I got a little bit sick and tired with the lag, and yes, owning here and there in Gears of War 3. Yes, I am well informed that in the last video I was host, but that's what I'm trying to talk about, peeps. Is that connection. It's not fun for me. Even though I'm a new player and I like getting heaps of kills, being the host ain't the best. It's not good for Gears of War. So, yeah. Blah. What do you do? This is the only time I'm going to get political on my channel. And it's something I have to get off my chest and express. Okay? And that's why the title says, Beta Vlog, not happy with my current government. Or happy with the Australian government. And you're probably wondering, why are you getting all political, Wybot? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Well, because let me tell you something about this game. Is our current Prime Minister, and for those of you in America and England, we have Liberal and Labor. They're the two major parties, okay? You can basically say Labor's for the workers, Liberals for the business. That's very basic ideology. At the end of the day, at the moment, there's not much difference between the two, except for Liberal is selling off the country quicker than Labor are. Pure and simple. The Greens are in between, they're coming up. But the reason I'm not really happy with the government at the moment is our Prime Minister, who supposedly has worked with our Indigenous culture, our Aboriginal culture, our Aborigines of Australia, which is the oldest Indigenous culture on, race on the planet. Okay, so it's just let that sink in. He's supposedly worked with these communities here and there all over the place, and meant to be, as his own minister described, the only white, pretty much political party member, or you could say Prime Minister, that would know more than anybody else other than, I say, an Indigenous person himself about their culture. 2 weeks ago, he said, we're not going to fund them anymore with their communities and the shacks and they're staying because it's a lifestyle choice. Now, that's such a westernized thing to say. It really, really is such a westernized thing to say. Aboriginal communities and the Aborigines over the years, they went on the term we use walkabout, but they also moved around. Now, I'm no Aboriginal or Indigenous Australian expert, but the basic things I know is they moved around. The Aboriginal communities moved around. They never stayed in one spot for too long. So for a Westerner to say you stay in this town for as long as you can, that's going to have issues. That's not going to work out. That's not understanding where these people come from, and they were here before we were. Now, it was kind of a bit weird that he said that, but there's a reason behind it. Now, moving right across here in Sydney and Melbourne and Queensland, where we don't really notice all of this bourgeois going on, is we had a few political things, like a premier coming up, we had some sport, and the news didn't really cover it. It was only the ABC, which is like the BBC in England, that covered it. Basically, the police moved in and moved some of these communities off certain sites, 150 of them all across Western Australia. Right, 150 of them, okay? So, not only have we displaced them in the past, not only have we treated the Aboriginal communities quite bad and we've just raped their land and taken what they've got, but we now put them in small little sections and expect them to stay there. And now the Aboriginal community, we're just moving them out because it's a lifestyle choice and we're not funding them anymore. Now, I can see both sides of the fence, but the truth of the matter came out the other day, peeps. And the truth of the matter is, the reason we moved them out, the reason our government moved the Aboriginal communities away from where they are, is for mining. For coal, seam, gas. Coal seam gas, peeps. So we move the oldest indigenous race on the planet, culture, heaps of history. We just move them aside for coal seam gas by Gina Reinhardt. She's like the Aussie version of Jabba the Hutt. Not a nice person at all. And coal seam gas, peeps, let me be honest with you here, Liberal and Labor have both got the blame for this. Alright, they've both got the blame for this. It's illegal in England and France and Germany. Most of the world. Actually, the only places it's not illegal, believe it or not, is here in America. Barack Obama said there's no proof against it, it's bad. It is fucking bad, people. If anybody tells you coal seam gas isn't bad, they're full of it. Because it messes up with the water table, the natural water table. It has caused major landslides in parts of Europe, that's why they made it illegal. It turns water flammable. Fracking, look it up. Now, if it wasn't so bad, why don't they just publicise it so much and make these companies so easy to find out? I'll tell you why. Because it's shit, and it's not the best form of gas anyway. But now this is the last of the last. Yeah, this is just, I cannot believe it, and that's why it's been a bit hard for me to control myself. This is the second time I have to do this video, to not totally lose it and punch the wall, because not only are we screwing up our own future for that farmland or whatever it could be used for, but we're destroying the indigenous culture, the Aboriginal culture, for the coal seam gas. And for a lady that's already rich, it doesn't need to be any more richer. Who's not giving to the community, she's taking from the community. And that's why I'm pissed off with our government. We're not looking after koalas. You know, Sydney, just to give you an idea, Sydney is getting the influx of the population of Tasmania in the next 2 years. We're overdeveloping and overbuilding, but we haven't got the infrastructure. Their idea of infrastructure is Bunnings, Mitre 10, McDonald's and BP. You know, and people, so when you vote, and this is what I mean, even state and federal at the moment, vote carefully. Really, really do, because yeah, I know one government's stuffed up, but the next one's coming through and they're going to stuff it up even more. And for profit? I mean, what are we going to profit from? What are we going to learn from this? What are we going to earn from it all? Nothing. And let's not forget, while they're mining and screwing over everybody here, we invented Wi-Fi, but we're still ranked 46 in the world for internet connection? What the fuck? But yet we don't argue because we get caught up with the fucking football bullshit in this country. Now this is the only time I'm going to get political. But if Tony Abbott ever watches this video, which I doubt he does, you say you're a Christian. You say you're a God man. Well, your behaviour of late is far from godly. It's disgusting. And you're full of shit. And I'm really disappointed in my government at the moment because they're not there for the people. They're there for big business. And they're very short-sighted. For the quick profit, not long-term. I'm sorry again, this serious gamers. People from, subscribers from America and England, New Zealand, put your 2 cents in because the way I feel my government's going at the moment, Australia's going to go downhill. And it's all because, business, 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 business. It's all mining, 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 and never giving back to the community. I mean, our Prime Minister thinks that coal is the way forward. What a complete dumbass. When the rest of the world, even China who buys from us, knows that ain't the case. So I'm sorry to get serious. It's the last time I'm ever going to get political and serious. The next few videos will be Gears of War. Definitely the new DLC for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I will be playing some more Gears of War. Yes, that is the order in the background. I'm having real troubles with my PS4 by just selecting the simple thing as a theme. Yes, I did purchase the order. I got it on eBay for like $70. That's the Blackwater edition, which is, box and so forth. Because I do support beautiful games. And yeah, I know it's short, but hey, I criticise it. So I'm going to pay for it like I've done. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to give you my verdict and probably show you some footage here and there. But frag and tag, be good to those that own you. And to the Aboriginals and the Indigenous culture of Australia, I'm sorry for the way we treated you in the past, and I'm deeply sorry for the way we're treating some of you now. I really hope you can understand and forgive. Not all of us are that way inclined. Frag and tag. Boom.